Good morning. Good morning. It is Saturday, July 4th, Independence Day. I think people just call it the 4th of July. Like, is there any other date that they say that? Like just the number of the day? People know it's a holiday?
No.
It's not like, because people don't say, hey, it's December 25th. They say
Right?
it's Christmas.
Yeah.
Here it's like,
Yeah,
it's
they
like,
don't say it's Independence Day. It's the 4th of July.
uh-huh.
That is weird.
So I think people kind of forget the Independence Day thing. And it's just like,
Oh,
oh,
no.
it's
I
just
mean, that's totally
it's
what
a
it is.
barbecue day. It's a day to barbecue and
And
to take
drink.
off, and drink and watch
Party
fireworks.
And watch fireworks.
But if you remember, you figure a small band of outlaws who are now our founding fathers, because according to the King of England, they were all outlaws. If any of them had been caught, they would have been hung for treason.
Oh.
I mean, but they are all our what we consider our founding fathers now in each state. They're probably one of the most famous men in each state's history. So you think about it. I read a book called Founding Brothers, they called it, because they all had to work pretty closely together. Most of them didn't get along half the time, and none of them agreed on anything other than they didn't want to be under the rule of England anymore. So they did have a hard time reaching agreements. The guys up, it was just like it is today. I guess the guys up north didn't get along with the guys from the south, and so they all had their own.
Just like it is today.
Basically.
Okay. I have plenty of friends in the South, thank you.
No, but I mean, when you think about our representatives in Congress, the Republicans and the Democrats, which they did not have at that point. What were they, Whigs and something else?
Yeah, I don't.
But yeah,
I mean, I guess
each one was
the
looking.
two parties are never going to get along. They don't have the same values.
And see, that was
I mean,
each.
that's the problem.
Back then, they were mainly looking for their own rights of the states, because you figure some of the states were much larger than the others. So the smaller states were afraid they weren't going to have the same rights and the same type of representation. That's why, if you look at it, we have 2 senators from each state, but we do have in our House of Representatives. It is more, based on the population of your state. So that's how many representatives you get from your state, is based on the state's population. But the Senate is more even because each state gets 2. So, I don't know. There you go. There's a little bit of a history lesson.
Trivia for you.
Yeah.
I mean, not trivia.
Something to think about. So it is Independence Day. And not just July 4th. Or 4th of July. 4th of July. And
That is so weird. I never thought about that. How that's the only holiday we say, like, the actual, date.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yep. Oop.
Yeah, it's cool. Interesting food for thought.
Sometimes. Yep. You never know. Morning. Never know what's going on in my brain, right? Got a little bit of trash out on this Independence Day. Whoa. I have to pull out a baggie. I have to catch up with the girls. There's more than what I thought. More than what I thought. Use this bread baggie. A little harder to get some of this into. Sorry. You guys are having to. Alright, I'm setting this down for a minute. You can see me. I'm loading up trash. Alright. Little crazy camera angles. I'm sure Melissa's wondering where I am. gonna be a lot of people out today, so gotta make sure we keep things clean. I do like that. Whoever that company was, they used the eco-friendly container. It was like a heavy cardboard shell container. All right, let's roll on. Roll on. Not just the deodorant. Spork. If you don't know what a spork is, that's one. Part spoon, part fork. 2 tools in one. I think it became even more famous now in the latest Toy Story, because I think one of the characters is a handmade toy named Sporky. Did you see the spork? There was a spork back there. You know what a spork is? Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's Members Weekend.
Yeah, the entry open.
Uh-huh. Members only this weekend, then everybody else next weekend. And I don't think we've ever actually become a zoo member. I don't know. We might be. Whatever.
Shocking to me.
We purchase every year. We support 2 animals. Usually we support one for Shelby, and we support one for Lincoln. But I don't think that gets you a membership. I don't know. I don't know if it does or not. It might.
Definitely doesn't get you a membership. You have to buy a membership.
Okay. I don't know.
Nothing's free in this world, honey.
Oh.
Except maybe the out of doors.
Oh. I was very excited about the spork. You know, we haven't watched it, but the new Toy Story movie, that's one of the characters. There's a handmade toy that is made from a spork and some pipe cleaners named Sporky.
Sporky.
Uh-huh. Oh, so you got to go in one way and out another, it looks like. Uh-huh. They're getting ready. Well, good. I'm glad. I'm just happy the zoo is opening. Oh, I bet they are. They want people to come in. I don't know if the gift shop will be open or not.
Honestly, I'd be afraid of people coming in the zoo. If I worked there.
Yeah. I found a little kid's toy, and then Mr. Whitehead, I found your card. I don't think this customer is calling you back. Yeah. Usually, that's what I tell my salespeople. If I find your card on the floor, chances are that customer's not calling you back.
That's terrible.
They lost your card. And if they toss it, they didn't always toss it on the floor, but they dropped it. I like it when I find other stores' business cards in our store. That means they had the other guy's card, and hopefully we won. It was like, well, I don't need this anymore. We bought here. And they just leave it on a dresser or something like that. I mean, I did think at one time maybe somebody was coming leaving their business cards like around for customers to find. All right. Hear the doves? Morning doves. Now is that, I think that morning and mourning doves is spelled like M-O-U-R-N. Because it is a very, kind of like, it's almost like they are sad. That sound, it is it's a sad, haunting sound. Uh-huh.
You do know the latter is probably happening as well. About that. You know people are probably coming in your store and leaving.
Oh yeah, sure.
No,
Yeah.
I'm saying like from other businesses.
Yes, every now and then, not much.
That's so shady.
Yeah, that's what I said. You find a few of those. And that is not the type of salesperson I train them to be. I tell them if they go into another furniture store to tell them who they are and where they're from. I mean, not everyone in my company does that because they like us to go in and spy, but I'm upfront about it. I mean, I'm like, well, for one thing, I've been in the furniture business too long that
everybody knows who you are.
I know a lot of the people because I've worked with them or somebody like that, so. But I like to be upfront about things. You know, you might not always win on that, but at least you can sleep at night.
Right.
I never have liked cheaters. It is not something that I can stand. Cheaters never prosper.
That's right.
Okay, there was something else I was gonna say when I. Oh, our friends, Colin and Leslie, got some furniture, and it was funny. So I actually saw one of the pieces of their furniture because I was off the day they came in and purchased, and I put my business card with a little note. It was Keith Achino was here, and I said thanks, Colin, Leslie, and Bella, for visiting. Sorry I missed you. And then, so they got a sofa, and it was funny. I asked them. I said, "Did you find? Yep. Did you find the secret compartment in your sofa?" And see, everybody. I even tell the salespeople that well, it's where the legs are stored because they're shipped now. Most furniture is not made in the USA. It's shipped from overseas.
Well,
So.
I think Colin knew what you were talking about.
Yeah, it did say, "Good morning. How are you?"
He did reply.
That's what. It's like. That's what the humans think. That's where the legs were stored. I tell my salespeople, this sofa comes with a free secret compartment. I'll flip it over and I'll show the salespeople that sometimes. And well, one way it's to see because you can open it up and you can actually see inside and see how the springs are done. And most of that leather furniture is made in Italy. So in Italy, they use a different spring system. For us in the USA, a sofa either has coil springs, which are round and looks like springs, or it has sinuous wires or no-sag zigzags, which just look like a snake going across that is attached at each end. In Italy, they use a rubberized webbing, Pirelli webbing, just like the Pirelli tires that are made in Italy. So they use that and they crisscross it, and that's your support for your sofa. So I can show the new salespeople that when you open up that little zippered compartment underneath. Is that a bag? There's a bag. There's another bag. But it does kind of make it a little bit more fun when I ask the salespeople, like, okay, now what do you think this is for? But yeah, because I've gotten, especially the younger generation, you get all kinds of answers. It's like when we have some furniture, have some dressers that have little small hidden drawers inside the main drawer. And I'll pull it out, and at first it looks like you get a skimpy drawer. And I say, and then I pull out.
Somebody looks suspect, like they're setting up somebody.
Huh?
That doesn't look like an Amazon delivered box.
Well, maybe they.
All kind of excess tape on it.
Maybe they're moving, or maybe they've got to move it this morning, so they set it outside last night. Maybe it has kittens in it. You never know.
Well, they're dead then, because they're in his breathing hole.
Yeah. But yeah, I had 2 people in one class that as soon as I showed them that little hidden drawer, I think that is the jaguar that's making that noise back there.
Oh. No, I was looking at something on the ground.
Oh, I just heard that.
We live in the jungle.
Yep. That's one of the fun things about
Jaguars.
it. But yeah, so this little hidden drawer, I pull them out and show it, and 2 people in the class automatically say, gun drawer.
Mine too. A
Yeah,
lot of people would use it for.
sure. Gun drawer, porn drawer, whatever. Stash for your, well, a lot of your drugs are legal now. So,
They're not. The only one that's legal is marijuana.
well,
I think people are just saying, hey, heroin's legal, let's do it.
yeah. Why not?
Ew.
No.
Keith. What the hell?
No, I'm teasing. Would not do any of that. Good morning. How you doing? Hey. Head this way. Give these guys a... That was... That's just a spoon. That one's not a spork. Whoa. That was from a party.
You don't have a bag in you?
I used one bag. I was kind of saving the second bag in case we need it for Maggie. I'll drop off these items. Need to wear red, white, and blue this morning if we can. Good morning. Hi. Good morning. It feels good. And the nice thing is if there's a little breeze blowing over water, that generally is cooler.
That's why it's usually cooler at the beach.
Yeah, oh yeah. I think the ocean temperature right now, they were saying, is in the 70s.
Oh, yeah.
Which is pretty warm. If you go in April or May, it's like in the 50s, which is cold when you're in there. All right, I'm gonna swing around and take my Independence Day dam picture.
All right.
Hello, geese. All right, so there is our dam.